Have you ever been in a situation where you weren't sure about your legal rights? Maybe you bought something online and it didn't meet expectations, or perhaps your employer was taking advantage of your time and effort. How about a time when you were injured and you weren't sure if you could get compensation? These are all scenarios where understanding your rights can save you from financial loss, legal trouble, or even emotional distress. In today's world, legal matters can pop up unexpectedly, and not knowing what you're entitled to can lead to serious consequences. Whether you're a consumer, employee, business owner, or someone dealing with family matters, knowing your legal rights is the first step in protecting yourself. Join me as we explore essential legal advice for everyday situations that everyone should know. By the end of this video, you'll be better equipped to handle any legal issue that comes your way. Let's dive in. Know your consumer rights. Every time you purchase a product or service, you're protected by consumer laws that ensure fair treatment. As a consumer, you have rights when things go wrong, such as receiving a faulty product or facing hidden charges. For instance, if a product is defective or doesn't match the description, you have the right to request a refund, replacement, or repair under consumer protection laws. Similarly, businesses must provide clear and honest information about pricing, availability, and terms of service. Consumer protection laws also prevent businesses from engaging in deceptive or misleading advertising. Understanding your rights can help you avoid being tricked by hidden fees or unfair policies. For example, if a company fails to deliver a product on time or tries to charge you extra, you can challenge them legally. Always keep receipts, written agreements, or online orders, as they serve as evidence if you need to claim your rights. If a business refuses to provide the services or products you're entitled to, consider reporting them to relevant consumer protection authorities. Employment rights. Employment laws are designed to ensure fair treatment of workers and provide a secure working environment. No matter the industry, you have rights that protect you against wrongful termination, unfair treatment, and unsafe working conditions. For example, in most countries, workers are entitled to be paid a minimum wage, with overtime compensation for extra hours worked. You also have the right to request sick leave or vacation days as stipulated in your contract or local law. If you're faced with discrimination, harassment, or unequal pay based on gender, race, religion, or disability, employment laws protect you from such mistreatment. In addition, if you're injured on the job, you may have the right to workers' compensation. However, knowing your rights goes beyond just avoiding mistreatment. It also means protecting your personal well-being. For instance, you have the right to a safe and healthy work environment, where your employer must comply with workplace safety regulations. If you're uncertain about your employment rights, don't hesitate to consult a legal professional to guide you through any situation. Understanding contracts. Contracts are legally binding agreements that govern transactions, whether personal or business related. Understanding the terms of a contract before signing is crucial to avoid financial or legal risks. Contracts can range from employment agreements to business partnerships, rental leases, or online service terms. If you sign a contract without fully understanding the terms, you might unknowingly agree to clauses that could harm your interests, like unfair penalties or hidden fees. For example, an employment contract might include clauses that allow an employer to terminate you with little notice or without just cause, potentially leaving you in a difficult financial situation. Similarly, rental agreements often contain terms that affect your rights as a tenant, such as who is responsible for repairs or when your landlord can legally enter your property. It's important to read the fine print and ask for clarification if anything is unclear. Seek advice from a legal professional before signing contracts that could impact your life long-term. Additionally, ensure that contracts are in writing, as verbal agreements can be difficult to enforce in legal disputes. Your rights in case of legal disputes. When you find yourself in a legal dispute, whether it's about property, a business disagreement, or a personal injury claim, it's essential to know your rights and how to protect yourself. Legal disputes can arise unexpectedly, and without proper knowledge, you could face significant financial and emotional stress. One of the first steps in any dispute is understanding the statute of limitations, which dictates how long you have to take legal action before your claim is dismissed. For example, In personal injury cases, you typically have a few years to file a claim, but missing this deadline can result in losing the opportunity to seek compensation. If you're involved in a dispute over property ownership or contracts, having clear, documented proof of your claims can make all the difference. If the case escalates to court, knowing your rights in terms of evidence and representation can protect you from unfavorable rulings. In some cases, mediation or alternative dispute resolution can be effective in settling conflicts without going to court. Always seek legal advice early on, as early intervention can often prevent lengthy, expensive court battles. Data privacy and online rights. In the digital age, data privacy is more important than ever. We share vast amounts of personal information online, whether it's shopping, social media, or using various services. And it's vital to understand your rights regarding this data. Many countries have enacted strict data protection laws, such as the General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR, in Europe, to ensure companies handle your personal information responsibly. These laws give you the right to know what data is being collected, how it's being used, and the ability to request that your data be deleted. For instance, if a company collects your personal details for marketing purposes, you can request that they stop processing that data or even remove it entirely. Companies must also inform you of any data breaches if your information is compromised. Understanding your online rights also means being cautious about what you share online, as oversharing can lead to privacy violations. Always read privacy policies before using websites or apps, and adjust your privacy settings to limit the data you share. If you believe your data has been misused, legal avenues exist for holding companies accountable, including taking them to court or reporting violations to data protection authorities. Family and property rights. Family law governs issues such as marriage, divorce, custody, inheritance, and property disputes. Understanding your rights in these areas can help you avoid conflicts and ensure fair outcomes, especially during challenging times like divorce or the death of a loved one. For instance, in the event of divorce, property division is often one of the most contentious issues. Family laws in many countries ensure that property acquired during the marriage is split fairly between the spouses. Similarly, in matters of inheritance, if you have a valid will, it dictates how your assets will be distributed. Without a will, laws of intestacy apply, and your assets might not go to your preferred beneficiaries. Custody laws ensure that the best interests of the child are prioritized, protecting parents and children from unjust outcomes. For example, in child custody cases, both parents have rights to seek custody or visitation, but the court will always prioritize the child's well-being. Understanding family and property laws and ensuring that your wishes are legally documented, such as through a will or a prenuptial agreement, can help prevent unnecessary legal battles and ensure that your rights and interests are protected. Rights in case of personal injury. If you've been injured due to an accident, negligence, or the actions of someone else, it's crucial to understand your rights and how to seek compensation. Personal injury law provides protection for individuals who suffer physical, emotional, or financial harm due to accidents or the wrongful conduct of others. Whether it's a slip and fall accident, a car crash, or an injury at work, you may be entitled to compensation for medical expenses, lost wages, pain and suffering, and even emotional distress. In many cases, insurance companies may try to minimize your claim or deny it altogether, but understanding your rights and how to gather evidence can strengthen your case. It's important to report injuries immediately, seek medical treatment, and keep records of all related expenses and communications. Additionally, statutes of limitations apply in personal injury cases, meaning you must file your claim within a certain period after the incident, or you could lose your right to seek compensation. Consulting with an experienced personal injury lawyer can help ensure that you receive the compensation you deserve. Never settle for less than your full entitlement, and always know your legal options if you are injured due to someone else's negligence. If this video helped you understand your rights a little better, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more helpful legal tips. Have questions or want to share your experiences? Drop a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And remember, staying informed about your legal rights isn't just important, it's empowering. Thanks for watching, And until next time, take care and protect what's yours.